5 days of fasting intermittently is actually fairly hard to sustain. And I have 2 kids, and I'm actually projecting this, and I'm thinking about it, like, what kind of an example is that setting for my children if they don't see me eating and I'm trying to tell them, eat breakfast, go do your exams, do well during the course of the day? I'm just curious about how you project that out.
If you were in my clinic and you showed me a high C-reactive protein cholesterol blood pressure, I'd put you on it. But most of my patients, it's the obese, it's the overweight, they've struggled with every other plan. 5 days a month works for them because it's not, it has to be 5 consecutive days. Primal responses that activate pathways, insulin signaling pathways, protein signaling pathways, shut down. You actually get younger physiologically.
But it sounds like you're not actually advocating this for people who aren't obese. Like, you're really using this in certain situations where people
I think it's
really need extreme measures.
Would you guys rather lose weight eating or not eating?
Okay, so,
Game over.
So Dr. Batra did mention that we were talking about this backstage, and Dr. Batra and I are actually on 2 sides of the aisle. So Dr. Batra loves her breakfast. She needs her breakfast to see her patients in the morning and get her kids ready for school. I have coffee in the morning, and I really don't have my first meal until
espresso count as breakfast? I hope so.
Now, coffee's good.
I just have black coffee.
Yeah.
And you know what? It makes the rest of my meals a lot more enjoyable because then I can have a nice lunch, I can have a proper dinner. But I do think that there's still a concern for individuals who see this as a diet plan. I don't see it as a diet plan. For me, it's a lifestyle. It makes me feel good. It makes me energetic in the morning. I do think that there's some individuals this is contraindicated for people who might have OCD tendencies or a past history of eating disorder. This is going to make them much more fixated on
brittle diabetics should stay away, be very careful.
And also people with low blood pressure because they can become dizzy and lightheaded. But we should really separate eating breakfast as part of a healthy eating plan versus what we're going to do to lose weight. So breakfast eaters actually weigh about 7 pounds less than people who skip breakfast.
Think about this. There's 100 million people right now in America that are either diabetic or pre-diabetic. You have about 30 million people that are diabetic. You have 80 million people who are walking around that are pre-diabetic. They have no idea that they could experience hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. They watch this show and now they begin intermittent fasting tomorrow. They're taking their kids to school. Blood sugar drops because they heard about intermittent fasting. And we are in a struggle with our weight right now. We're in a struggle. People are looking for everything. So they'll do what you're saying, because they experience weight loss as a result of suffering and restriction and deprivation. Why not educate people? Why not teach them how to make the most of the food you have access to, right?
Well,
and if you can eat regular food, that's what it's all about.
I do think that we're presenting a balanced picture. We're letting people understand the facts, the studies that are associated with each side and each position, and people do have to make their own decisions with the help of their medical professionals. They should absolutely consult the medical professional if they're thinking about making a big change to the way that they eat.
And individuals respond very differently to different diets. We all know this. I eat a healthy breakfast every morning. I would hope that the 2 of you wouldn't look at me and say, Dr. Stork, no, you've got to start skipping breakfast. You would even acknowledge that for me, this works well for me. And for some people, intermittent fasting, if done the right way, it could work for you. And I would never tell people that if they did it in the right way, under the right supervision, for the right reasons, safely, and they approach it from a perspective of understanding. And maybe where we can come into agreement is we eat too many calories in this country.
Yes.
We can all agree on that. We eat too many empty, vacuous calories.
Yes.
It's more about what you eat than when you eat and how much of it you eat. I do love breakfast. I eat it every day. I'm going to continue to do it. You have to figure out. My dad never ate breakfast growing up, ever. He just had his cup of coffee. I'm different. We're all different individuals. Just make sure what you're doing when it comes to your health is safe. Discuss it with your doctor. I applaud all of you for coming here today and talking about this important debate, but we'll have more resources on our website as well.